and I'm just going to say this, bro. This is my opinion and the way I feel. But I'm bringing it up with you guys because I want to dissect it a little bit. Bro, when there was that one backstage interview on Raw where like pretty much all the girls in the company were in the shot. There were about 8 girls, 10 girls. Bro, all the work these girls have had combined and looking at that shot and seeing all that at once is very, very disturbing to me. Now, guys, I want to ask you the question because here's where I don't know whether I should be feeling like, what the F are you doing? Or I don't know if I should really be feeling sorry for them because you guys know, Mickie James that was released. Mickie just did this whole interview of being a 40-year-old woman in professional wrestling. The rules are different with the guys. A guy in his mid 40s can be a champion. Lashley is well in his 40s. But when it comes to women at a certain age, you're just done. So that's my problem with what I'm seeing is these women like just doing it on their own for cosmetic reasons? I don't like my nose. I don't like my lips. I don't like this. I don't like that. Or are they actually doing this because they believe it's going to make them younger and they're going to prolong their career?
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. And I kind of do have a decent perspective on some of it, I guess, because coming through developmental was the time where it was, get breast implants, but we can't tell you to do that. So it was like, all right, she got signed. They set up the model of like 1 or 2 girls who got gimmicks and then they got signed. So the other girls were pressured into it as like, this is the standard, but we can't tell you, wink, wink. And that was 2005, 2006-ish. And it just set up like, all right, they can have us alter our bodies. And that's just part of what we do as women now to do that. Meanwhile, you're talking about a women's evolution at the same time. Me Too, speaking out, self-help. I can't remember the little girl who was like Bailey's friend and all that, right? We go PG with it, right? But now we have to walk the line of, does sex sell? And we have like Carmella and Eva and them. So, but we can't really go that way fully because we're still towing some weird PG line. And then also with all of the women's rights stuff along that, but because you can't ever say it out loud, like, what is it about women? Like they want to have this same they cover up every bit of who they are, everything that they are that we're seeing.
Meanwhile, Ben, how bizarre is it? Okay, bro, I've told you guys many times, Stevie, I'll never forget. We were at some kind of big WWE function. I don't remember what it was. And this beautiful young lady, I'll never forget, young lady walked in wearing a red dress, and it was a natural beauty, like a beautiful young girl. And I was like, who the F is that? You know who it was? It was Stephanie. So you're talking about the leader of this revolution getting all this work done herself, which is so bizarre to me. What's it going to be? So, Ben, I didn't want to interrupt you, but that to me is bizarre. The women's evolution, and do we have to get the gimmicks? Do we have to change our appearance? Do we have to get the Botox? Do we have to do this? Do we have to do that? When the woman waving the flag is doing it, it's just kind of bizarre to me, bro.
Well, that's the standard set, because then no one can say I don't want to, because they're like, Steph did it to be on camera. Why wouldn't you? You're not better than Steph. She owns the company and did that. So they use that as a strange hold over their head. It's never said, but it's by design. And that's what people outside the bubble will never know, that pressure of what they do to. Now, many comedians, and not just including myself, have done bits on this of like, what you see with a woman, even if they're not doing it for WWE, still isn't real, from fake hair, fake nails, where the guy goes out there and what you see is what you get.
Shayna Baszler cut a video. Did you watch it, bro?
I think Stevie sent it to both of us to check out. You're talking about the UFC one from like her little like home office type one. Is that what you're talking about?
Bro, did you see how attractive she looked?
Without the makeup on.
I couldn't, Stevie, I was like, are you kidding me? This woman was so attractive, and you're making her look like a monster bro. The whole appeal of what's her name? Who left and is pregnant now? What's her name? The whole appeal of Ronda Rousey was she was hot. That was the whole appeal. She was hot. I could not believe how attractive Shayna Baszler was, bro.
You know why else she was attractive, and not because of less monster makeup and heavy eye makeups. It does help her face. I mean, because she's got kind of an old world Latino look to her. You know what I mean? Like, so you see generations there, and that's interesting. But to me, you know why she was even more attractive? Because she was talking as a fight professional about the Ben Askren thing as a work, and you get to see and hear her intelligence and her legitimacy.
Yes.
That is a sexy sell, because she's talking about what is a male-dominated fight sport in a very highly intelligent and educated way, and we're not trying to have her be, you know, gritty and all this shit that's way overblown melodrama. And if they can't see that's my whole point. These creatives don't see the money is right there. They see it and they go, no, we're going to go over here and do this dumb shit that we'll never get over instead. It's the same thing with Mickie. And now to go back to, you made a great point in the original. Is it because of the business, or because of women's insecurities that they're doing this type of stuff? Jaws shaved, Botox, cheek lifts at an age under 35. We've heard about Charlotte selling for people who go after her for looks and whatnot, and whatever her father not being around, whatever Freudian insecurities that laid down on top of it, you know. I also heard Stephanie McMahon, she goes, before I got my breast implants, my breasts looked like a melted butter packets, which made me fucking laugh as a comparison. Who said that? Stephanie said that about herself. I remember that stuck out in my head. So
meanwhile, what did I see? I saw an Ivory Snow girl next door.
Right.
That's
my point. You see Meadow Soprano is beautiful, but because all the other girls in their cul-de-sac are getting jacked up with Botox, it becomes this weird keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians, if you will, which is all trickled down from that bullshit of normalization. So is it for business? Yes. But at the end of the day, I'd say at least 50% of that is because of insecurity. It shows to me that there's something far more psychologically fragile than just doing it because this is going to advance my paycheck and keep me on top.